Rainbow Dreams Educational Foundation presents the 22nd Annual Las Vegas Juneteenth Festival, Saturday, June 17th from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. at the Expo at World Market Center. Join us and celebrate Juneteenth Freedom Day as we welcome R&B diva 702 back to Sin City to perform their biggest hits. This event is free to the public. You heard us, free. For more information, visit us online at june19lv.com. That's june19lv.com. Powered by Zappos.
Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip-hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7 on hot7025fm.com.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Cheryl Underwood, and you're tuned into the hottest news station on the planet, Hot 702.5.
Hello.
Hey.
And what is the deal, beautiful people? It is your favorite prescriber, Miss Love Doctor. Definitely out here pushing love like weight. And this is where love meets beauty. So my beautiful co-host,
Beauty on the beat.
yes, so we are here absolutely on the hottest. Y'all already know, sexiest station on the planet.
Period.
Hot 702.5. And are y'all ready to talk some love? So, first of all, thank y'all for tuning in. And, of course, if nobody's told you that they love you today, we would like to be the first to say that we love you.
We love you guys.
And, yeah, so we'll give it up to our sponsors really quick, and then we're going to go ahead and get into the show.
Yes.
So we have Keys Royalty House of Love, where love is the key, repairing, restoring, and rebuilding love from within. And essential relationship coaching, reestablishing the foundation of love and reconstructing. Keys Do Love Mommies nonprofit organization, creating a village of healthy parents, empowering healthy children. Always stand on beat with hair and makeup with Beauty on the Beat.
Hey. Yes.
Y'all
always
already
stay
know
on
these
beat.
braids. Y'all already know these braids were done by yours truly.
I have to make
So,
sure, girl. As her image consultant, I got her all the time.
You know, she be like, "Don't wear the bun." I'll be like, "I love the bun." But yeah, be sure to comment, love, share. You can definitely call in at 702-551-5261. We love to hear from you. The disclaimer is this is a safe space, no judgment. Honesty is the only policy. And make sure you keep it respectful and classy, okay? So, today, we're discussing men and intimacy.
Gonna
right?
be nice.
So, when I just said it to probably the number one man in my life is my uncle, who should be tuning in, he laughed. Like, what I gathered, I could be wrong, but I just felt like the little giggle was like, you two women are going to talk about men and intimacy. But I didn't tell him that we had a guest in the building. So we are chatting about men and intimacy and sexuality and all things erotic with a man that y'all know and love. And we have men in the studio because we love to hear from their hearts, right? We want to know what men feel, what they think, and what makes them tick, how to love them, right? Basically, we sit around and we have all these conversations about love and everything, and then men tell women, and women tell men, and men tell whoever they're into, and we still want to tell them what it is, right? So, our guest of love is a contemporary spoken word and R&B artist who delivers clever, thought-provoking, mesmerizing poems. His poems are about uplifting and empowering and encouraging women to not give up on love or hope. He considers what he does to be smoking entertainment, focuses on love poetry aimed positively at and for women. Y'all listening?
Us.
He takes the audience on a ride to experience the things that he's discussing and has been very successful. I want y'all to drop a heart and welcome Corey the Poet.
Hey.
Hello, welcome.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me here.
Thank you so much for coming in. So tell the people about you. Tell them. Who is Corey the poet?
Corey the poet. It's not very difficult. It's just a brother who out here adding stuff to poetry, adding different elements to poetry, so that everyone can feel where I'm coming from and enjoy it. No matter if you're a music lover, no matter if you are just love vocals, singing, or words. I put them all together so that when I'm speaking of love, people will actually sit and listen and enjoy it at the same time and comprehend. If you've been through something, if you've been through something, you can understand what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So that's Corey the poet, basically in a nutshell, and let the ladies know out there there's still good men, good women, good people on this planet. With everything we're going through, someone need to talk a little bit more about love, romance, and sensuality, and that's what we do.
So, I have to give it up. I hope he tunes in. I'm going to send this show directly to him. But Paris connected us.
Yes, his brother-in-law.
I love Perry. Okay. Anybody who know me knows that I love Perry. So, he came and got me like this with my hand. Come here. Come here. I got somebody you got to meet. You have to meet him. He was like, it's my brother-in-law. He was like, and y'all have to connect. You guys are on the same wavelength. Yeah. So he's like, let me show you. And he's showing me the videos because you were talking. He was having a conversation with somebody else, so we had to stall out. And he was showing me the videos. I'm like, Paris, I can't hear it. We're in the club. But when I did take some time and tuned in, I'm like, this is dope.
Oh, thank you.
This is fire. So how did you get started? Like, what made you get into poetry and then aim it towards...
Well, I started writing poetry when I was in college, and honestly, it was a professor of mine who challenged everyone who was sitting in the quad to write a poem and go up and read it, and you'll get extra credit, I've always needed extra credit in everything that I do. So I wrote it right then and there, and honestly, when I wrote it and delivered it, the response was what really got me started writing. A couple of women was like, "Oh, that's nice."
We like those words.
You were speaking to my soul.
A brother with words. We women be like, "What? What did he say?"
He articulates his words.
Yes.
So college continued. I started writing in college, and then once I got done, life happens. You get a job and all this good stuff. So I was doing that, but. One day I went to an open mic. A friend of mine took me to an open mic. This was years later after college. And I had been removed from writing for a while. I literally had about 2,000 poems I've written since in college,
Wow.
And probably 10 years, 10, 11, 12 years after college, I went to this open mic.
Oh, wow.
And the lady signed me up. Now, I had nothing written. I had nothing memorized, but she knew I love poetry. So I just went up there and recited something that I had written from years and years ago that I did have memorized. And they enjoyed it. Yeah, they enjoyed it, and I was a theater major, so once bitten, it started coming back. And right, I do this. So I started doing it again, writing and all that stuff. And then my wife, my wife, at the time, she wasn't my wife, but she was like, you know what, your stuff is different than regular poetry. So you need to add music and singing to it so that it can reach, the mainstream.
Okay.
So
exactly. Come on, speaking to your man.
Yeah, she's like, we want everybody to hear this, not just in coffee shops and, poets. We want everyone to hear it. So that right there is really how Corey the poet was born. Yeah.
Behind every strong man, there's a what?
Hey, there's a great woman.
Right? that just said it all. Like, but that means that she saw something in you. See, that's what
you trusted her.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And you trusted her.
That, like that saying you just said, behind every good man is a great woman. Honestly, she's behind, on the side, in the front, leading me, pulling me to the right direction.
Come on, baby, let's go.
She got me completely covered. So,
but you allow it.
Yeah, I mean, you have to. It's because what I was doing wasn't working.
Say that one more time for the people in the back.
In the bed, please.
Yeah, we can be stubborn as men. It's just
it's what you've been doing has not been working.
It wasn't working, So eventually you're gonna listen to somebody, or you're gonna stay where you are. So
or going that total opposite direction.
Absolutely.
Right. So y'all know I like definitions, so we have to define this thing, intimacy, right?
Okay.
It is a private, cozy atmosphere, an intimate act, especially intercourse. Not my definition. Intimacy in a relationship is a feeling of being close and emotionally connected and supported. So I guess my question to everybody would be, what is intimacy to you?
Ooh.
It's all that and more, you know. I mean, honestly, intimacy can be different for everyone. It's an individual person. It's an individual thing. A lot of people think and hear intimacy, they literally immediately go to the physical part.
Yes.
You know, it's exactly what they think. Well, you know, I'm holding her hand and I'm kissing her and we're making love and all this stuff. But intimacy can actually just be sitting next to her without saying a word and you're both just watching the movie together or, you know, something like that. Intimacy doesn't necessarily mean a physical thing.
Intimacy, right?
Yeah.
I would say,
Ooh,
you're
say it one more
into
time.
me.
Yeah.
You see? You know what I'm saying?
I like that. I like that.
Because we're in tune
Yes.
with one another. It,
Yes.
like you said, it doesn't have to be sexual, but like the chemistry is so powerful. We could be standing next to each other and physically could still feel each other.
Man.
Right.
The energy.
Absolutely.
You know, because we're
Yes.
that in tune with each other.
Yeah. I'm
Like,
intimate.
why
love
am
that.
I vibrating?
Right.
No, I love when my husband does that. Like when I'm thinking something and he starts to do it, when I'm thinking it, I'll be like, okay, he knows me. And you know, like that
Right.
that part be the intimacy part for me. That's what I enjoy.
To being in tune, absolutely. If you're in tune with one another, you don't. Man, when you're in tune with one another, you can ask your significant other what's wrong, and of course they'll say nothing because they don't want to make you upset or bother you or whatever. But if you're in tune with that person, you're like, okay, well, let me pay attention because I know something.
I know something is wrong with
Right.
you.
I'm not gonna bug you until you get mad and start saying this is right about it. I'll figure it out and we're gonna fix it.
And knowing
Yeah.
them well enough to know, like, they probably don't know us. They don't know how to put it into words yet.
Right.
You know, they
I'm
say
gonna give her
nothing
time.
because they probably really think nothing is wrong, but something's bothering them and it's starting to come out in their body language and their emotions are spilling all over the place and they don't
Right.
even know it.
Right. See, and if you know them, and they should know you also. They know, well, if I say it this way, that's going to offend this person. So let me just hold this in for a second till I can
Yes.
figure out how to say it correctly to them. You know?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that is, yep. That's knowing
Absolutely.
your partner.
Because it's like, this is going to upset them, so I'm going to back off.
Right.
Yeah.
But some people like for you to pull forward, like, well, why you just stop? Why you just ask me one time?
Right. You really don't care. You only asked me one time.
You only asked me one time.
You didn't
Like,
dig
oh,
it.
okay.
You didn't dig into it. Yeah.
I was trying to figure out my words,
Yeah.
Right.
but
yeah.
my emotions was in my throat. You know, like,
Girl, no, I be real standoffish and I be like, let me stop. Let me stop being, because I'm saying nothing wrong, but I'm being short answered and different
Right.
things like that. I'm like, you know what?
you're showing something
Yes.
is
I'm like,
wrong.
okay, something is wrong. I was just a little upset. I just wanted to get it out. Like I was mad that I couldn't talk to you as much as I wanted to. So I'm
Yeah.
like, instead of me separating and not saying any thing and then creating a bigger problem because it's going to make me feel a certain way.
Right, and communication is very
Bruh.
intimate. That's
Ooh.
one of the most intimate
I'm learning that.
things you can have. Communication is extremely intimate, and it's hard for men to have hard conversation with a significant other. You know, because that's not especially a man who grew up in for lack of a better term, the hood. You know, you're taught not to. You're the leader.
Yep.
You're the head. You don't take no mess from no one. You don't let nobody belittle you or talk crazy to you. You know, you go out there and you get it. You don't cry. You
Don't
be
cry.
tough. You know, you don't tell everybody what's on your mind. You
Yeah.
know, you handle it.
Yeah.
But that's
all
not
along while they're all going through the same thing.
it going through the exact same thing.
It's being hard. Everybody just, you all right? Yeah, man, I'm good.
Right. Exactly.
Lying.
I really wish I could cry right now.
Right.
You know?
Right.
But they don't really realize that everybody's looking for a safe space. We just have to provide it.
Yes.
That's the difference.
and that's being intimate with oneself too. You know, you don't forget that you are an individual. You know, you taught to be hard and tough, but you have to be intimate with yourself at the same time.
Ooh,
that
that's
allows you to be intimate with others. You know how they say love yourself before you can love somebody else.
True.
It's the same thing. You have to be intimate with yourself before you can be intimate truly with somebody else 100%.
Okay.
You know, if you allow yourself to have that, that breakdown, that emotional, teary conversation or whatever, and don't feel less of a man.
Ooh.
You can give it to the person that you're with
and say that hurt me.
Right, exactly.
Just that simple. Like what you
right.
did, it hurt me.
And but and at the same time, when you give it to that person got to understand you are being vulnerable, which men are not taught to be. So you're being vulnerable in that vulnerable state. I'm not going to make fun of you or belittle you right now. I'm going to sit and listen to you and understand, so that way you'll keep giving it to me that way when you feel it. And we both can grow from there, from that intimacy that you just showed me.
The last event that I did for Solutions of Change at Cork and Thorn, actually, a guy he stood up and he asked, like, when he said, I don't want to mess his words, so it's not verbatim, but basically, if he's with someone and every time he expresses his emotions, they belittle him.
Right.
He's like, when is enough enough? And I was like, why are you have to think about the fact that you're with someone who can allow you to be emotional with them.
Yeah.
That's not a safe space for you.
Exactly.
If your emotions aren't protected with what I give to you, then that's not a safe space for you.
Right.
You got to let that go. And he was like, well, when is enough enough? And then he just giggled because he almost knew. I'm like, when is enough for you?
Yeah, yeah.
I can't tell you when is enough.
Right.
I know when is enough for me.
Exactly.
But when is enough for you? And he was like, it's probably right now, right?
And he probably wasn't understanding also. That's almost like being an abused person who goes back to the abuser.
Absolutely.
And you're being very vulnerable and emotional with your partner, and they're not giving two craps about it.
You're just sitting with this.
You're just sitting with this. And what do men do? If they do one or two things, you either explode because that's what you're taught, yell, scream, anger. That's the only emotion that a lot of men know. Or they're going to clamp up and shut up and just hold it all in. And then you're wondering, well, why are you not talking to me?
But there's still a ticking time bomb at that point.
It's a ticking time bomb, exactly.
At that point, you're just going to blow up because there's 4 different types of intimacy as is. So if your emotional intimacy is not being handled with care, and your physical intimacy and your mental intimacy, and then most importantly, whatever your spiritual intimacy is. So all 4 of those have to be nourished.
Okay.
In order, for you to be able to, first of all, you have to be emotional intelligent, right? But if you have all this going on and it's like, well, damn, I haven't even had anybody. We can use a compliment or a hug. The smallest things in a long time, though. So just think about what that would do to you over time if you're not even realizing, like you haven't even realized you haven't had that physical touch.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
That's good.
And men need that. And a lot of women look at it differently, because they are raised to believe also the way we're raised to believe, well, you're the man, you tough, you don't need me to tell you, oh baby, you look handsome today, you don't need me to hold your hand and say, let's go take a walk or whatever, because you're the man, you
grab my hand,
right, you don't need me to give you a compliment like I appreciate it when you give me one. I mean, men, think about it, men are emotional creatures, they just show it in a different way.
But do you feel like we doing that now?
I want to say something so bad, but I want to stay on track. Because we are talking about men.
Intimacy.
But I'm going to just go ahead and throw it out there. The fact that we have these conversations. Because what does it sound like? The same thing that women need.
Right.
Because it's a humanly need.
Yeah. Exactly.
But I'm like, don't say it. We talking about men today. Because everything is like, well, women need the same thing. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, I love that you're saying these things because humans all need, animals need these same things when you really think about it.
Yeah.
Right.
So we're going to ask a couple more questions, but we are going to play a piece of yours.
Okay.
So people can get a little bit of taste of what's going on. So why do you think that it is important for us not to give up hope on love?
Because the world needs love. If there was no... Look, let me tell you, if there was no love in this world, it would be a messed up place. Like if there was no women in this world, it would be a messed up place.
Sing it
Period.
again.
It's just simple as that.
The world will be over.
Yeah, if you give up on love, that's like giving up on hope, and hope drives you every single day. Although hope is not a strategy, but it's that energy that gets you to get up and go get what you want to go get. Go make happen what you want to go happen. You know, I was hoping to get a residency. I got up and went and got it done.
Ooh,
you know,
the power of manifestation.
the
is real.
love of a good woman who was pushing me to do what I love as a career got us there. So you can't give up on love in any way, shape, form, or fashion. I mean, you can get mad, you can get upset, you've been hurt, you've been cheated on, you've been physically abused, you've been mentally, emotionally abused, but there is that person out there that's ready for you, that's waiting for you.
Hey, out there.
You know, it's like, look here, it's like Beverly Hills. To get to Beverly Hills, you got to go through the hood first.
Ooh.
You know, so you just don't start at the top. You gotta work your way. It's a journey.
It is a journey.
Yeah.
It is a journey.
If you give up on love, you're not completing your journey. Period.
So, like in your bio, it says that you're speaking to women to not give up on love. Why specifically women?
Well, because men, honestly, to be honest with you, men don't give up on love. They just move quickly to the next one because their definition of love is something different. A lot of men is physical. Ooh. You know, they get up under somebody else. They think they think they're in love or whatever. Exactly. Yeah, women love deep. You know, they love hard and they love emotional. When they actually say, I'm in love with you, they mean I'm in love with you. So when they get hurt, it's to another degree than when a man gets hurt. Because like I said, a man is taught not to show it, not to do it. Not saying he's not hurt, but it's a difference when a woman get hurt because you hurt her to her soul. You hurt her to her core, to her spirit, to you have, especially if you are, having infidelity. Yeah, because that's breaking the trust. That's breaking loyalty. So those things are broken. Really, and if it happens more, a few times, it kind of makes a woman like, you know what, I'm done with this whole love thing. It's overrated. When it's not.
Love ain't all.
As soon as I show my true feelings,
right,
here comes the bullshit.
Here comes the bullcrap.
Oh my God, that's the worst part of love.
And TP said it best. Love don't fail. People do.
That's the word right there.
That's pretty much what that is.
That's a whole word.
Right?
That is true love when you think about it.
So what would you advise men that has given up on love?
Don't. It's just simple as that. Honestly, don't. You've been through things too. You go through things also on top of everything that you're born with, especially if you're a black man. Everything that you got to go through. But that love is the one that will pull you through. If you think about it, when you see incredibly bad things happening to black folks on television, whether it's racial or whatever, who's right by their side? A woman, trying to protect him, trying to lead him the right way. And I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say it. I've said it before, and I'll say it again.
I'm like, hey.
Because of the love of a woman, there is no way on God's green earth at the Oscars I would have been able to walk up stage and slap another man because my woman wouldn't have let me get up there first.
Whose comedy show was that, just Marlon Wayans, he said she'd be holding his legs. Please don't mess this up for us.
Yeah.
Right, and not even that. It's just that the love that a woman has for a man, she's protecting everything that they are. You know, a woman when she loves you, she's going to protect you. If she if she is exactly,
we cool.
We good.
We good.
We gonna get his ass.
Like I ain't. We ain't.
If she is not in love with you and.
But he might have not been in tune because she could have gave him that look like, we gonna
slap him.
Come on, she
I don't think she said go slap.
She gave that look to go slap you. Don't give me that. Come on,
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Let's get on track. Let's get back on track.
So we're gonna play a little clip, and your poems are geared towards speaking positively to women. Now, this whole showing a woman love and respecting, it's kind of lost in the sauce right now.
Man.
It's not cool to be nice to women.
Man, look here, let me tell you, and that's on both sides of the table. Why it's like that. And I'm gonna be honest with you, because not the nowadays, the way that men speak to women is how women allow men to speak to them. it's on both of them. You know, when you calling yourself the baddest B, then a man gonna call you B because he feel it's okay.
No.
You know, or the what they call them, the actually, if you spell hot backwards with a T with an H in front of you know
That over there. Wow.
calling them that, or they up there they proclaiming that type of stuff, you know, and it's
but I'm
rough.
gonna say on a different angle, it's like I always use Facebook as a reference because people post whether what they're subconsciously feeling or they're just throwing something out there for likes and giggles,
right?
Or somebody has truly hurt them and they post such women bashing or men bashing posts as if these are your enemies.
Yeah.
And you watch them go back and forth. And then you see like the men jump on there, oh, that's a word, brother, and they all like that. And I'm just reading it like, you can't truly believe that.
Right.
Unless you have been extremely hurt and y'all all on this bandwagon. So at what point are we gonna fix it?
Right. We know the issue. I mean, we know the problem. What's the solution?
What's the solution?
Right.
Yeah.
That's what this show is about. It's solution based. So it's like we can talk till we blue in the face, but like, what are we gonna do about it? So for the most part, like I won't get involved. But sometimes I'll drop a little nugget.
Yeah.
Because it be done stirred the pot, you know, like.
To be like, oh, I just got.
I'm gonna just go ahead and.
At some point in time, you know, you can't just have the blind leading the blind. Somebody with some sight got to jump in every once in a while.
Okay, I like the way you put that. Yeah. I've been kicked off posts. Like, I'm just trying to vent, get off of my post with your pro-social. I'm like, okay, bye, fine.
Yes.
I'll leave.
I'm always on the deep end for the women, so I understand. I'm trying to learn how to be more neutral.
But you know,
I be jumping in for the female.
You can't fix that want to be fixed.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. And the funny part is, I think, is they're operating in a space, in a place of they're perfectly fine.
Yeah, they're fine with it.
What the hell is wrong with all y'all?
Right.
Like, you know, everybody don't do that, right?
Right. I don't conform to society. I march to my own tune. What's wrong with y'all? I'm good. Yeah.
I'm good. I'm good.
Y'all think it's a problem. I'm fine.
I'm like, okay. So last week it was fuck all this or whatever. Now this week you need love. I'm like, okay, I'll see you. I'm gonna start screenshotting and send it to him side by side. Like,
okay, so
let's talk about
what happened. What was the in between?
You desire that intimacy, don't you?
It's this whole instant 1 minute Instagram social media thing. It's a moment.
It's a moment.
For that moment, they on that F everything, and then the next moment,
this how I'm feeling right now.
It passed.
Shots fired.
And like you said, I need love. You know.
Next week you be like, man, I was just bullshit.
I was tripping. I was going through something.
It's too much.
Right. This world is a reactory world and not a responsive world.
True.
You know, because a lot of people don't understand that when you react, that's just you doing it without thought. You know, you're just reacting to it.
Too fast.
When you respond, you think about all the situation, consequences, and then you give a proper response. And you would, at the end of the day, more likely, you wouldn't have said what you was going to say if you'd have reacted.
Just slow down, take a deep breath, think about it. So this time when you say, why are you quiet? Why are you not talking to me? Trying to get my words together. Just give me a minute, because, you know, I don't want to spaz on you.
Yeah, right. Being more emotionally conscious.
So in the comments, hey y'all, let us know, what is intimacy to you while we go ahead and play. We have options, friend. So I think you can pick.
Okay. I love spoken word.
So you got I want more. If the answer is no, and nice and sweet.
Well, let me tell you about real quick before you pick.
Okay. Thank you.
Nice and sweet actually is an upbeat one. So
that's cool.
The love, if the answer is no, and I want more. Those are more love,
deep.
And
like
we call them. We don't call them spoken word anymore. It's R&B poetry.
Okay.
Hello. Y'all got that out there? R&B poetry.
R&B poetry.
I think what you're doing is definitely R&B poetry, but I think when I go to like the poetry nights when there is no music, is that still spoken word?
That's definitely spoken word, honestly.
Okay.
And poetry is like an umbrella. Poetry is the umbrella, and then there's different styles up under it. So I just found my own lane. There's nothing new under the sun. It's just how it's being done.
Me and my best friend used to write poems. We used to write stories.
Yeah.
We would sit down and have writing sessions. We really had a deep conversation the other day about who we were, of course who we are now, but how do we incorporate some of that stuff, because we was kind of like little assassins.
It was all the stories I be hearing. I be like, dang, I wish I was part of
But
the
just
girl.
to think, like, when did we, we took that time out, and I told her, I was like, I wish I could write poetry, and she was like, you remember when we used to?
Yeah.
Sure did. We sure did. Okay, so
I think the middle one.
if the answer is no,
I want to hear,
right.
because if the answer is no, what's supposed to go happen? So you already like the beat.
Since
Y'all
we've
tune
started
in.
our life together, I know that you've been through a lot. I've also been hurt. We both wondered at times if this thing will work.
Oh no.
that was me multitasking.
That was a nice little snippet.
That
though.
was me multitasking. I'm gonna set it
Wait
down.
a minute.
Listen, since we've started our life together, I know that you've been through a lot. I've also been hurt. We both wondered at times if this thing will work. Our love isn't the problem. That part never stops. It's like we're always waiting for that other shoe to drop. Sometimes I question and give in to my fears. Is she meant to be with me after only 2 years? Can I live without her? That answer I don't want to know. Do I want to live without her?
If the answer is no, then you're right for
I love it. I'm about to cry.
She about to cry.
No,
I don't ever wanna leave.
don't leave.
The answer is no.
I like that. I told the girl.
Right for you,
Such a baby.
and you're right for me.
It's a pretty song. It's
It
okay.
is. It's like a wedding song.
Perfect for me.
Questions.
It is.
Yeah, they're not always.
I mean, I felt
Do
it.
you do weddings?
I do everything. Our way
Man.
or bad.
Okay.
We don't dwell.
Babe,
on
you already see me crying. That means
it. Sometimes I can't believe
yes.
that you chose me.
Chose me,
I love the way that
I like
emotionally, sweetheart, you hold me.
hold me,
I believe in love, and I believe in us. I adore what we have. Usher my love in because I got it bad.
Okay.
You're my blessing,
Y'all wrong.
but I
Making me
still
cry.
have questions. Do you ever want us to stop?
if the answer is no,
No.
Come on.
then you're right for me.
Yeah.
If the answer is no,
No.
I don't ever wanna leave.
Don't go.
The answer is no, then I'm right for you.
It's the words.
It's the words.
It's the words.
Right for me.
That's
Perfect
right.
for me.
We got another crier in the comments.
Thank you.
No
I'm telling
one will
you.
love
Like somebody just had a wedding. Stuff like this just.
They said this is it right here. This is it.
Come on.
Listen.
That was. I felt that. All the words. Everything.
You felt it in here.
I did.
What's the inspiration?
Life, man. You know, I've been through some things. I've been on this rock for a minute. You know, I've been through some things.
I've been on this rock for a minute.
Yeah, I've been through some things emotionally, and just it's just life, you know, in relationships, and
Man.
and like I say, you still gotta believe in love. I never write from anger. I always write from a good place.
Yeah.
You know, because there's enough negativity out there in the world. It doesn't need me saying anything negative about anything.
He got them, yeah. You
know.
know, he remind me a lot. I think y'all in line. I see what Paris was thinking to in line you guys. Because I'm like, girl, oh yeah.
I'm over here just shaking my head like,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
That's right.
I truly, truly believe in that, and
Shout out to my brother-in-law, Paris.
I love
P-Funk.
him.
Hey, he did a good one because the
Honestly,
world needs to hear you, bro.
Honestly, he knows this story. We're here because of him as well.
Oh, is that
Yeah.
right? Yeah, Paris is such a good soul.
Yeah, he does. So
Yeah.
yeah, you know how I went on to the movie King. Nobody tell me nothing about Paris.
Nothing.
But yeah, that is dope. And it was like we all go through things in life, but how do you put it into that type of perspective?
Right, absolutely. And you know, for me, it's like I'm a Cancer, so I wear my emotions on my sleeve. I'm very emotional anyway.
Yes,
you know,
And comfortable with it.
and comfortable with it. Absolutely. I mean, my wife would tell me in a minute, you just can't hide nothing. Everything you going through is right on your face.
Oh, no way.
You're like, no, it's not.
Yeah. But in college, it just taught me how to write it down. Finally, you know, and then emote. I was a theater major, so I'm able to emote it just the right amount emotions without overdoing it. You know, because just the right. You know, because you don't want you'll give too much and it's gonna seem phony and disingenuous. You know.
Yeah.
So I just speak the truth with a little bit of passion behind it. That's about it.
I love that. You got goosebumps in here. You got some amens in here.
Yes. Tears.
She put no with the crying face like it was about to happen.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, so that was dope.
That was that was a good song. Now I gotta hear the whole thing.
Thank you.
You gotta hear. I wanted to play another one. You want to hear another one?
Girl, am I
You
gonna
gonna
cry?
cry again?
I don't know why I'm just talking
Can I make a suggestion?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Can you play the I Want More?
The upbeat one.
No.
Oh, the one.
Yeah.
That was the other one. That's
Or
what I
more.
was.
Yeah.
Yep. When he said upbeat, I was like, nah, I want to hear something.
Y'all
I wanna
ready?
hear the word.
Where can they find you?
Oh, you can find me under Corey the Poet on every outlet. Social media is all the same. KHOREE, the Poet. Yeah, it's
Like
Corey
and
Bay.
Capang.
It's the
Topanga.
voice.
Yeah.
I just realized like KORK.
Yeah.
He has that smooth beat, you know, R&B.
The voice. So this one is I Want More, guys.
Yeah.
They say I'm not ready. I need a Kleenex. Y'all so funny.
You said you wanted to talk.
He has a residency here too. We're gonna have to go to the show. I wish I could sing.
I wish I could sing too.
I'ma just talk.
That's why I hire people to sing.
Just can't get enough.
Is that right?
Give me a little more of your loving. Give me a little more of your touching. I want more.
You got it. Your wish is my command. Baby, I want you to understand that yes, sometimes life can get in the way, but that should be no excuse, right? See, once I fell for you like I did, loving you became a way of life. So if you want more,
Let me set mine for that.
and show you what your man is all about. Be there for you emotionally. Hopefully, you can see the most in me. Because as your man, I know I'm supposed to be the one who lifts you up with this gift of love as you become close to me. Come on, baby.
Baby, you know
Come on.
Come on, baby.
what I'm here for.
Yes.
Baby, I love
So I think we should get a little bit of the upbeat. When you about to cry again, I got you.
I just like the words.
Oh, man.
Listen, the words are powerful and they're needed.
Yes,
So
yes.
yeah, I definitely got one question going out because I think people need to remember. I think men need to remember it's okay
Yeah.
to love a woman.
It's okay to love a woman.
It's okay, and it's okay for us to love them back.
Yes.
Bigger thing, it's okay to allow them
To love
to
us.
love us.
Ooh, girl. Say that one more time.
Some of us push it back. Some of us push it back, you know. They so funny. Didi to my Lord. They talking about have mercy. I felt that one too. All right, let's check this one out, y'all.
I can see you doing the step to this one though.
We did a line dance to this. We're gonna go viral.
Sexy in class.
I can see you doing
it. While you walk past me. Yes, I see how you work. Move it slow.
So he giving us a little push in this one, like, bro, you get it, girl. Okay.
Popping so good, so nice and sweet. Nice and sweet.
Nice.
And then the R&B singers that he's choosing,
Yeah.
Taste of me.
I tell you about
they
them.
fit it. They fit the song.
Nice and sweet.
Nice and sweet,
Never
baby.
get enough, get a taste of me.
Come get a taste of Corey, baby. Your love is so sweet that it puts me on a sugar high. So you're my afternoon treat.
See?
My appetite is
Make a line
satisfied.
there. Oh.
So let's enjoy each other, honey. Believe me, I need those sweet lips. You can be my honey bun,
It's a honey bun.
and I'll be your
I told you.
Chico stick.
You gonna be the
Baby,
Chico
I
stick.
promise you way greater.
What you know about them Chicos?
You're
Okay.
my piece of candy. So I eat some now and later. Oh,
Now and later.
hey, it is hot 702, right?
Yeah, 702. This is Let's Talk Love. We in the right place. I
was dope.
love that one. Look, they said it too.
All
They
of
said, Tasha, let's make a line dance to this one.
Yeah, she is known for her line dances.
I-
Okay.
That's right.
I just do them. I'm not known for them.
You
I
know,
haven't
Yes, you
made
are.
one up in years.
this one right here is actually scheduled for release on the 16th. It's
Oh,
my
we
new single.
dropped it first.
Yeah,
So we need to have a line dance by the
it's
16th.
coming out
Boom.
on the 16th.
TikTok.
We're going to be right on YouTube like,
Dun, 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 dun.
Tag me in it.
Now
I wanna
and
see it.
later.
Hey, that's
Dun,
right.
dun, 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 dun. I'm like, okay.
so we're going to end it out. Let's talk about why do we think that men and women collectively, probably, it's a loaded question, collectively and individually, what do we need to know about being more intimate with one another?
Man, you just have to listen to one another and comprehend. A lot of people hear, but they don't listen. They don't comprehend. You know, intimacy, like we said at the beginning of the show, is just not a physical thing. It really isn't. If I'm talking to my wife and she's actually listening to me, and then 2 days later I see something that I mentioned to her and it's right there and it's done. I mean,
You feel heard.
I mean, I feel
I was heard.
Exactly.
I
And the
was
same thing with them. Women love to be listened to. They love to be not understood, but I need you to comprehend what I'm saying to you, even when I'm not saying it to you. Sometimes I'll beat around the bush, but I need you to get that.
Thank you. I hate when guys like just be direct. I'm like, but if you know that I'm the beat around the busher, like, come on, beat around. Like, you know where I was going.
Right, right.
If you know that about your spouse, like, I need you to go this way. I'm like, but I don't. I can't. I got to give you the whole
But
context.
I think too, if it's not being said in a way that you feel it should be said,
Right.
that's another thing. Because,
express
well, why you ain't say it like this? Because
Well, yeah.
I don't talk like that.
Communication now.
You talk like that.
See?
So I can't assume and speak how you want me to speak because I don't speak like you.
Right. That's that communication that you and that comprehension
And
that you have to get with one another. If you know your lady don't speak like that, you cannot force her to speak like that just to make you feel comfortable. You know, you have to be like, okay, well, you don't speak like that. I'm gonna have to learn to deal with that.
Yeah.
I have to learn to deal with
Your
that.
communication style,
So,
my communication
right.
style, and how do we meet
We
in
got
the
to
middle?
meet somewhere in the middle.
We got to
Exactly.
meet in the middle.
You can't always talk like that now.
You
Don't
sure
get me
can.
wrong.
Yeah.
All right now. Because you ruffle my
like, damn,
feathers.
I need you to be direct.
I was a little triggered when you said those
Yeah.
3 words.
Yeah.
You tripping.
It's not what
tripping.
you say, it's how you say it.
It's how you
I've been
say
telling
it.
you that your whole life. Right?
Yes, but
And
if you
that's a
don't hear
weird
how
thing.
you saying it, you be like, well, what? I didn't say it like that.
Right.
Like, you perceived
But you're still
it.
saying it how you saying you didn't say it.
Right.
Because you defending what you
Yeah,
said.
true. But I'd be
Yeah.
like,
You know what I'm
nah, I
saying?
see
Like,
it.
I didn't even say it like that. You're kind of still talking like
See,
that.
because what people don't understand, intent is hard to prove. Because you will say it all the time, well, I didn't intend it that way. But that's how I took it, because that's how you said it.
Yeah.
You know.
And that's where it needs to stop, right
and
there.
That's where it needs to stop.
And focus on that because, like, that wasn't my intention.
Right. That wasn't my
So
intention.
let me apologize. Let me bring it back.
Right.
Yeah.
But let me say it in a way so you can understand because I still stand on what I said.
I still stand on what I said. There's more than
Honey.
one. Hey, there is more than one road to get home.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you don't got to go the same way every time.
Every single time.
I'm
You
not
better-
taking the 15. I'm
You
taking the
might want to
streets.
switch it up anyway.
Exactly.
Because it might be traffic, a roadblock, an accident. You might have to take another route.
You might have to take another route.
And be okay with that.
And be okay with it.
Don't come frustrated.
Hey, look here. You
That's
know
why
what?
I'm working on
go
that.
another route.
I'm going to take Tropicana. It's going to take a little bit longer because they got construction, but I'm not going to be stressed out.
And I'm going to make it.
Choosing that piece. Ooh, that's different. It's
Exactly.
a different thing. Choosing peace. We like.
Yeah.
So, you got anything you want to know?
About Corey the Poet?
It's
Or
Corey,
just-
baby.
Come on.
No, like I really, based off what, what I heard, what I said, it just seems like, you're an authentic, dude. So I'm excited to, hear some more. Tell my babe, like, hey, that first song that he played that I cried on, remember that, okay?
Look here.
That's the one. That's the one.
Proposal song.
I know you mentioned it earlier, but I'm going to need both of you guys to come to the show on the 25th. Bring your significant other. If you're not doing
Sunday?
anything, let us know. We get you
Do
on
we have
Sunday.
a caller? The 25th is a Sunday, right?
It's a Sunday.
We do have a
2
caller.
p.m.
We got a caller. See, they was ready to hear what you had to say.
Caller, are you there?
Hello.
Hello. Thanks for calling Let's Talk Love.
Yeah, so I'm sitting in traffic, right, and I'm listening to your show about intimacy and about love and about the communication between male and female counterparts, right? And I'm actually enjoying the whole conversation, enjoyed the music, the R&B poetry. It was nice and pleasant. Oh, I just want to give my little take on it before you guys go off air. I know you want to make 10 minutes left, so I want to give my little take on it. I was like, I don't believe that, men have stopped learning how to love, or women have stopped wanting to be loved. I believe it's like through the years, at least a lot more recently, when men haven't had examples of how a man is supposed to love a woman, or women haven't had examples of how a woman is supposed to be loved in their upbringing at home. When there's not that love at home, like there's not communication, or if people are just like, sometimes it's not even if it's like two parents, it's cool, but if they don't see that they love each other, or if you don't have two parents at home, sometimes the example, you live off your examples, right? So like before, people thought one way, that, even if you go way back to, segregation even, people thought that's how it's supposed to be, right? But then that changed as times change, right? So what I'm thinking here is that people haven't learned the right way to look at love, being to absorb love and how to give it out to the opposite sex. A lot of times you don't see it. So if you don't see it, then I believe it's not feasible for you to grab it. If that makes sense. Like, if you've never been given an apple, you don't know what apple pie tastes like. For example, So, but if you've been given pie, it's just not apple pie. So so your examples of love are a little bit skewed on what the traditional or the more receptive way of love, receiving and giving it is, because you have never been taught that way. I just want to give my take on that, because I don't want people to think that, that love has changed. I just want people to think, to understand that the way that it's been delivered has been, like you just said just minutes ago, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. So it's not the message, it's the delivery of the message that people take on as their perception of love and not love, but intimacy. I didn't want to say love, I meant to say intimacy. Like, people don't see it at home. Like, people don't hold hands anymore. When I see people holding hands, I look at them and I salute them, because that's a way of being intimate, and they want to be. You're wanting to be intimate, and it's perfectly fine.
Yes, perfect.
Caller, you hit it on the head, because we are all products of our environment. So you are magnificent. I got you to laugh too.
Appreciate you just getting my ear. I appreciate you just giving me a moment.
And we appreciate you. Thank you for calling in.
And I'll finish listening to the show, but I was like, I'm stuck in traffic. I might as well just dial the number. It's right here. So I just dial the number.
So we haven't told you that we love you today. We love you.
Yes.
I love you back. I love you back. And I appreciate your intimate conversation with me.
All right, caller. Thank you.
Thank
Cheers.
you.
Till next time.
Cheers.
In a minute.
I love him for that.
Yeah, he was right on too.
He was 100%. I was just having this conversation with somebody.
So really quick, give the people all of your handles again.
Yes.
Where can they find you? What platforms could they download? I shared his whole playlist off of YouTube, just so y'all know, if you want to get it off my page.
They can find me under Corey the Poet, KHOREE, the Poet. All social media is no underscore. It's all the same. You know, no .1 is all the same. Corey the Poet. So, website is even Corey the Poet. You know, you can find me there. You can find me at the Rio.
The Rio.
Champagne Sundays with Corey the Poet.
That too.
The last Sunday of every single month.
Okay.
2 o'clock. Yeah, it's a brunch. So it's at the Duomo showroom. You know, you can get your tickets anytime you want to from Ticketmaster.com. I just sold myself.
You got to.
You got to.
You got to. I was like, let me go ahead and give you this space because clearly you got some new fans in here. They talking about, no, don't go. We need more.
Exactly.
One more thing. I don't know if Paris told you, but in the history of Las Vegas,
yes,
in its entire existence, I am the very first poet to have a residency at a major casino out here. Yeah.
Come on, black man. Come on, black man.
Yeah.
That's a blessing.
We make history every time we perform. Yeah.
I'm happy for you. So it's you, yourself, and an R&B artist?
It's me, and then I have my 3 background singers. And then I have some featured artists come every once in a while. You know, matter of fact, the guy you was talking about, the singer on my song, he's my music producer.
Okay.
And he comes and we do 2 of our songs together. Last show, I'll Be Sure showed up. High Five showed up. Before that, As Yet came out there and sang.
Oh yeah,
we got a special guest coming to this show. I can't tell you who it is.
They're lucky I can't sing because I'll be up in that thing.
All I can say is
I got a little hymn.
The special guest. It'll be silly of me to think that that's all I can
love
say.
her. I love
her.
We probably gotta get some teas out.
You okay?
Is there any VIP setting?
Man.
So, you guys, come on, y'all got necklaces. You just let me know. Y'all got the VIP everything.
Oh, we going to get our ticket today.
I got you covered.
Boom.
I got you covered.
Get y'all's ticket today. It's going to be on the 24th at the Rio.
25th.
My game. My basketball game is that I've been promoting is the 24th. That's why I got it on the brain. So
that's
Sunday the 25th. What time? 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock doors open
and
at 1:30.
And it's a brunch.
Yeah.
So you can eat.
You can eat before.
Some sensual and get poured into. You know,
you
for
get
somebody to speak so
a free glass of champagne.
Positive
a free
to women
glass of champagne.
Is
champagne
powerful.
Toast. Yeah.
You're needed.
We're celebrating my birthday too.
Dang.
You landed on thick. That means we gotta come.
We landed on thick. We're celebrating the birthday too.
Come on.
But I definitely want to give you your flowers because
got my number.
You're important.
So I'm gonna send you guys 2 tickets. Just tell me how many you need. I got you guys covered.
Okay,
for the show.
Yeah.
Thank you. So definitely need to give you your flowers because we need more of you.
Yes.
Yeah,
we need people to pour into the community about love and that's what I'm here for. So if you need my help or we do something together, I'm definitely down for that. That would be amazing. Maybe at the next Let's Talk Love. Maybe the Let's Talk Love for the men.
Hey, like I said, you got my number.
I got your number.
And you know who the host of my show is, right?
No.
DJ Thump.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. DJ Thump.
Okay, cool. So we got some people said they definitely coming. So we're going to try to come in there a little bit deep.
Oh,
Hey, come on out here deep because we got to show these people they made the right choice.
They made the right decision. They did.
Not easy getting a residency at a casino out here.
Not at all.
And you can share it with us and we'll share it on our platforms too. So we got to wrap things up, guys. So definitely, Real Love and Basketball is June 24th. If you are wanting to play, please get with me ASAP. It is for couples, and it's not the game of NBA. It's the game of love. So get with me. But if you would like to support, it's at the Pearson Center at 12 o'clock on June 24th. So if you're dating, crushing, boo-thanging, and all of that, married, come on out because we're just going to get physical with the game of love. That's all that is. And, of course, I want to thank y'all for tuning in to Let's Talk Love. Be sure to come back. And this is where we talk about matters of the heart with solutions for your soul. Every Wednesday at 4 p.m. right here on Hot 702.5 FM. If you have any topics that matter to your heart, let us know. We'll talk about them.
Happy Father's Day before we get off here. I know that, hey, it's not Mother's Day, but we wouldn't have, without each other, we couldn't do it.
We don't even have to bring Mother's Day up.
But I know that it's a little snippet right now. That's why I'm saying, like, I want to say it, hurry up, because fast. But I'm like, it's not going to be next week. So,
it's coming up.
It's this
Happy
Sunday.
early Father's Day.
Happy early Father's Day this Sunday.
Shout out to all you do, because you guys are very important to
and
the little humans that you make.
And is needed.
You're needed.
Yep.
You're needed.
And happy Juneteenth. Okay.
Co-parenting should be fun.
Exactly.
All right. We love y'all. Peace out.
Peace.